Hello, I'm Christopher Popple, and in 2018, Southwest Florida experienced the worst red tide and blue-green algae bloom in history. Today, we'll see how this disaster was made worse by poor engineering and weak regulatory permitting. It all starts with Lake Okeechobee, the liquid heart of South Florida. Historically, water from Lake Okeechobee flowed south into the Everglades. But after the Hoover Dike was built in 1930s, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers needed a way to protect surrounding communities from flooding. So when lake levels get too high, they release billions of gallons of fresh water, east and west through the Caloosahatchee and St. Lucie estuaries. These massive discharges are authorized under the Lake Okeechobee Regulation Schedule 2008 and the newer low-sum plan. Every release requires environmental permits from the Corps and the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. The key question is, are the permitted nutrient limits strict enough? In summer 2018, heavy rains and runoff from agriculture raised Lake Okeechobee to dangerous levels. The Corps, following their permitted schedule, released an average of over 3 billion gallons per day into the Caloosahatchee. This fresh water carried enormous loads of nitrogen and phosphorus, nutrients that supercharged two deadly blooms: toxic blue-green algae in lakes and rivers, and red tide and offshore in the Gulf.
So the result, beaches closed for months, dead fish piled many feet deep, manatees, sea turtles, and even a whale shark died. Also, tourism lost an estimated $2.4 billion, which is a lot because Southwest Florida largely depends on tourism money. And respiratory illness spiked along the coast. And this wasn't just Mother Nature, it was an engineering and regulatory failure.
The problem was that the permitted discharge nutrient criteria was set decades ago and was far higher than what seagrasses and estuaries can handle. The South Florida Water Management District, and FDEP, issues permits to upstream landowners that still allow high fertilizer and manure runoff. When the Corps opens the gates, all of that pollution is flushed straight to the coast. Engineers and regulators now have better tools. They have stricter basin management action plans, they have dynamic storage reservoirs north of the lake, and they have new low-sum operating plan that prioritizes sending water south instead of east and west. These projects require coordinated federal and state permits, proof that good engineering and strong permitting can prevent the next 2018. The 2018 disaster showed us that permitting isn't just paperwork. It's the difference between healthy waters and ecological collapse. As future engineers, we have to design and permit projects that will protect both people and the environment. Let's build